I'm actually glad you brought this up because it seems like there is an ever increasing divide between the elites, if that's what we're going to call them. It's probably a word we overuse a bit, between the elites and all of us. And one of that divide, I view part of that divide as being very much religious. No, you're a Jewish man yourself. I'm a Christian man myself. I don't know why people think there's not a battle between religions in this country. And it's not you and me, brother. They seem to hate us with the fire of 1,000 suns. And they're getting more and more open about their disdain, Christo-fascist and all that crap.
Yeah, Christian nationalism, like this is really
Yes.
dangerous. Like my local newspaper back in Lancaster was very upset about this church supporting Doug Mastriano for in his gubernatorial bid, and that the church had one of the pastors had said, wouldn't it be great if we had judges and teachers and other elected officials who are all Christians that we can learn from and benefit from in society? And Lancaster Online got really upset, like, oh my gosh, how would you dare say such a thing, that a pastor would want, Christians to be elected to these positions so that they can help grow their view of religion. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm not saying that those people have to win. We're simply saying that those people should run as open Christians and not be afraid to speak of their faith. I mean, we hear about that all the time. People die in other countries for speaking out and living out their faith. And that really is such a huge divide, whereas now what we see in the news media is a religion of the individual, where they worship themselves. Brian Stelter, I don't know what there is to worship or look at in the mirror, but there he is. And that's the kind of people that they talk about negative energy, and they'd rather just light a candle in the corner and just like try and channel positive energy or something like that. And when you hear stuff like that, you're like, wait, what?
Curtis, one of the things that I don't know how this is going to work out. I feel like I can see a lot of what's coming, but I don't know how this is going to work, is how blatant the lies are now. I mean, Joe Biden coming out today saying the economy, it's a resurgence, right after we got terrible economic news. It's just, they're blatant, out in the open lies for everyone to see. Washington Post running articles talking about everybody feeling better about the economy. That's not real at all. What I don't know is what percentage of the population they're going to bring along with them in that world of make-believe, and what percentage they're just flat out losing. People are turning it off. They're changing the channel. They're going to different websites. They're just done with that level of dishonesty. What kind of percentages are we dealing with here?
I think conservatively, I would just say probably a quarter of the country. I would say a third, but that portion between a quarter and a third probably know what's going on, but they just choose to go along with it anyway because they hate the other side more. I think that's part of the problem. You get a lot of these journalists who, I think, to be honest, are performative in a lot of ways. Some people I know, they're very nice people, and they seem like they'd be great neighbors, and they don't hate me for who I am. But, the moment the lights go on, they're a completely different person. And, of course, the viewer, the people being spoon-fed the stuff don't really know. Now, granted, you have people like Mara Gay who say we need to continue wearing masks in solidarity with the disabled community or something. Now, that is deranged kind of stuff where it's just a religion, as I was talking about earlier. But I think that there is a portion of the left in this country that knows what's going on in so many areas is just insane. So it's a matter of just getting those people to realize that, like, do you want to live with a bunch of lunatics, or do you want to be able to live out your life? And so far, those people are willing to live with the lunatics simply because they're on their team, and doing anything to even go along with us means you're the enemy and you're going to be chased down by the mob.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, Che Guevara, the latest episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.